Hey guys, how's it going? Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? W24 and I got a little Mastery Badge Ace Tanker action for you in the Panzer thing here from a bobber. It's a Panzer Sfl 4C, and while I am learning German right now, I'm kind of trying to teach myself German. I cannot say that, and I cannot speak whatever the heck that is, or translate it, or anything. And while I remember, I gotta change this real quick here. Take that junk off. I don't know why it does this every single time, but so Standard Battle El Halluf. It's a Tier 6 game, a Tier 5 Tier 5 TD. Yeah, this thing was introduced in 8.9, so it's a relatively new tank here. And right off the bat, you can see that we have a horrible split on this thing. Too many, if you look over here on the map, too many heavy tanks over here, and not enough heavy tanks going to the hill where they should be, which is where heavy tanks should be on this map. You know, everybody goes there as a heavy tank, except for these guys. So, whatever. It's neither here nor there, I suppose. Kind of the way you expect these games to go. I like this spot though on El Halluf. I like this spot because you can see into this. Let me just back out right here. You can see all the tanks that are coming down from the enemy side and coming up to the opposite side to do battle on this hill area, and you can usually get a few shots in on them when they're coming over there. So now I have an ally down there lighting some dudes up, and I'm taking shots whenever I get the chance to. And if you notice, there was a couple shots going around there from Artie, and I don't think I was spotted. I think what that was just kind of blind firing, because this is a popular spot on El Halluf to sit here. And I did knock down that tree, so the Artie guy knows that there's probably somebody here. So I don't think he saw me. I think he was just kind of trying to get lucky on it. And I got lucky that he didn't hit me. So. But yeah, this is a tier 5. The gun on this thing does 139 pen, 135 damage. Not very good gun. It's the second gun that you can unlock for this. It's not the top gun, which is I think a tier 6 or 7 gun actually. I think it's pretty powerful if I'm not mistaken. It's an 88. You can see this M7 lights us up here and is getting some shots in on this medium tank. And this medium tank, this T-34 that just blew up in front of me, has absolutely no business being up here. He's a medium tank, man. He should be over with those heavies or something, not sitting back here trying to snipe. Especially in a Russian medium, because I've heard, although I haven't played the Russian tanks, I've heard that the Russian cannons have horrible accuracy. And somehow, I get lucky on this. I mean, look, threading the needle here. While he's moving, he moves right into my shot. So I get very lucky in this game, not only from those shots, but you can see, I thought I was going to be able to reload faster than an M7, and I was wrong. He's got me down to 9 health right now, and it's only, what, 3.5 minutes into the game. So as I was saying earlier, I like the spot because you can shoot the tanks that are trying to support the dudes on the hill or come up the hill, and that's what they're doing. Is they're coming out in the front and open like this. It plays right into my strong suits. That's exactly what I want them to do. This KV-1 coming right out here, and I get a few shots in on him. I'm getting extremely lucky getting these shots in on that KV-1, and a Matilda trying to help out against our KV-1. Get a track on him here. Let's see, I just bounced on that one, I think. KV-1's backing up. Try to get another shot on him real quick. The reason why I'm getting lucky here is if you look right between the turret, which is right here, and right between like the main body of the tank, there's a little flat edge where the machine gun points out. I think I'm getting my shots right onto that, and that's why that's why I'm penning them. Otherwise, if I was hitting the turret or hitting the tank itself, I think I would not get it. So I finish off that KV-1, finish off the Matilda. If you've seen my Becoming a Better Tanker series, you know just because the guy's off the radar does not mean he's gone or anything. You can still kill him. I knew he was tracked, that's why I fired a couple shots in there, and I ended up getting him on that. Getting a little lucky, penning him. Trying to shoot these tier 6s with this thing, but there's just, there's just nothing I can do. I don't think, even if those tanks were facing me straight on the VK there in that M4, I think it was M4A3E2, M4. Even if those guys were facing me straight on, I don't think I've been able to pen them. I just don't think the gun is good enough for that. Or at least this gun anyway. Maybe with the 88, I should be able to pen those dudes with it. I think the 88 is probably about 200 pen. So at this point, to try to explain what I'm doing, I know we've lost the hill, and I know they probably have as good or a better view range than I've got. So they'd probably be able to spot me over there, and I know that Artie was leveling or laying down some fire over there. I think blind firing. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to move around and stay out of their line of sight, so I can get it like a flank shots into them. But I think they end up spotting me here anyway. And silly me, the building came out of nowhere, and I ended up running into the building, so that doesn't help either. Now, one of the major downfalls of this thing, other than its gigantic size, which you can see, this thing is just absolutely ginormous. I mean, look how big that freaking thing is. But other than its gigantic size, this thing has no gun depression whatsoever. And I think I get spotted because Artie's shooting at me again. And that dude, this is like his third shot, and every single one of those shots, he's just a little bit behind me. And there he goes again. And see, I just checking to see where he's shooting. So he's shooting farther back, so I know I should be okay right here. And you can see I'm trying to get some sort of angle on these guys, but the gun depression thing is just so horrible. And the tank is just so big that I have to be careful. And I finally get something here, but I'm rushed because I can see the KV-1S is looking at me, and I don't want to take a round from him because I know that's the end of it. And again, more buildings coming out of nowhere. And just so you can see, there's not a whole heck of a lot of breathing room between the gun here and the tank. So there is no gun depression on this thing. And you can see I'm trying to get the gun down, but look how high it's pointing up. With how fast that Churchill fires, there's just nothing I can do there. I can't risk it. And this is where I get a little bit of annoyed by my team, because everybody and their freaking brother decides to come over and help over. Come over to the side and help out, even though there's like, what? 2 tanks, 1 tank left? The Churchill, and I think there was one other dude. And look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 3, 4, 5, no, 6. 6 tanks coming over here, and we just leave this entire side wide open. What is the point of that? You can tell that these guys are not good players because they follow the leader like this. A better player would have just let a couple of the dudes go over there and sat back here to protect the cap. But no, everybody and their brother thinks that they need to go over there. So now I'm going to speed it up a little bit because nothing really happens. I come back here to cap because I know somebody's coming back here. So I come back to the camp to try to ambush whoever was on their way back. And that's when the KV-1S right here is spotted. I get up behind him. Luckily he's not looking at me. He's got to deal with the bigger threat, so I can get 2 rounds into him. There's one. Here's one more. And there's no way I can get another shot off. So let's speed it on up again. And this thing gets some decent speed. I was going about 50 to 60 kilometers. Whoops. 50 to 60 kilometers. I think maybe even up to 70 kilometers per hour going down that hill. But I was trying to be real careful that I didn't go off a bump or anything and end up blowing myself up. Which has happened before. And there's the Artie that was shooting at me. And see, I'm zooming out trying to figure out where that guy is, because I think if he would have rushed me right there and took a shot, I'd have been dead. But he doesn't. Which we'll see in a moment if that is good news or bad news for me. And there he is. He's coming over here. Like I said, I think he could even ram me and I would be dead. So I'm trying to get an angle on him so I can shoot him and he can't shoot me. I'm waiting for him. And right here, you can see I get lucky. I actually ammo rack him. Again, real quick. The damage is 135 and that was a 200 damage. Because I ammo racked him, I end up getting the kill. I don't think if I went to ammo racked him, I don't think I would have killed him, and he would have probably killed me. But I also tried shooting at his tractor to track him so I could get some nice belly shots or at least keep his gun off of me. But it doesn't really matter anyway. And that's essentially all she wrote. So those of you who were hoping that I got killed, well, spoiler alert, I don't get killed, and we win the game. We end up winning by capping. As you can see, there's still one tank left. I don't know why they do that, but oh, there. I don't know why they do that, but that's what they do. So that's your gameplay for the Ace Tanker, boys and girls. Let's get a look at the ending slides here. So hold on, uno momento por favor. Okay, you guys know the drill. Just to prove that I'm not BSing you. There's the Master Badge Ace Tanker, and I think I got Sharpshooter. I think that's what the other badge there is for. You can see the 3 knocked out, 6 damaged tanks, 23,000 credits earned, 1,906 XP. Doubled, that is, because that was the first victory for the day. 2,045 damage done, led the team, and the next tank there, the KV-1S, was 1,838. Basically, the difference is 200, which is roughly the arty that I killed. Other than that, nothing to talk about on this one. Finally, 28 shots fired, 23 direct hits, 16 pens. Basically, that was those tier 6s I shot at, which is the M4 or M3, whatever it was, the US tank there, that I bounced off him a couple times, bounced off that VK a little bit too. And the KV1, that's a tier 5. The other ones are tier 6s, but the KV is a tier 5. I bounced off of him a few times as well. Five hits received, all 5 penned. Again, there's no armor to this thing, and there's no sloping or anything like that. So, if you get hit, you're going to get penned. Again, 23,000 credits earned. The nice thing about it is I was basically dead. You can repair this thing for 2,400 credits, and believe it or not, you're going to be repairing it. If you use any indication of this game, man, you're going to be repairing the thing. And 3,000 credits for those 28 shots. So the ammo's relatively cheap. And yeah, 953 was the XP before it was doubled. So Ace Tanker, 953 XP will get you Ace Tanker, at least this week anyway. I think it goes by a weekly. So, but yeah, overall impressions of the tank. This thing sucks. If you're gonna keep a tier 5 German TD, keep the Stug. It's got a lot better profile. Well, I can't really talk about the guns between the two because I haven't unlocked the top upgraded gun for this thing yet. I don't know. The Stug is just a lot of fun. It may be a little bit slower, but you can really whip around on that thing, and it's got a beast gun for that Stug, and it reloads at roughly the same speed. Roughly, I think it's like 4.4 seconds or something per round. Don't quote me on that. I can't quite remember, but this thing is just way too big. There's no way you're hiding on any map in this thing, not even with a camo net, so don't bother buying a camo net and putting it on there because you're just going to waste your money. This is the kind of tank where you get your unlocks, you unlock the tier 6, I think it's a Nashorn or a Nashorn. Unlock that thing and just dump this because it ain't worth it. And I think after the tier 6, after the Nashorn, they get low profile like the Stug is, but yeah, if you guys want to see a review on this, let me know. I can do a review on it. It's up to you guys if you'd really like to see it. I bet you this thing is as big as the Jagdtiger, or at least as close. And the Jagdtiger is a tier 9 German TD. Well, I'll tell you what, if I do a review, I'll compare the two and you can see it side by side. But yeah. Well, I hope you guys liked the gameplay. I hope you made me learn something from my kind of like explaining my thought process. Hope you got to see what this thing is all about. If you're working up to it, or if you are thinking about starting down the line or whatever. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, favorite, all that kind of stuff. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate all the comments and everything you guys say. And please let me know if you want to see a review on this or not. If you're not interested, if I don't see any interest, then I'll take it that you're not interested. How the hell else am I gonna take it? But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.